The oil disaster in the Gulf is having an economic impact along the Gulf Coast, of course. But what about Houston's economy? Alan Sandersen, CPA with Sandersen, Knox and Company, joins us now. Alan, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thanks for coming in. Let's talk about it. Just blanketly, when we look at Houston's economy, I know this is such a bad thing going on, but is it a good thing for us?
Not necessarily. The Houston economy is much more diversified than it was, for example, in the 80s or 90s. In the 80s, we took a big hit. In the 90s and so forth. In 2001, we did better because we were diversified. But right now, we had the opportunity for really an economic trifecta of bad results because of this.
In what way? Expand on that.
Three things, really. First and foremost, Galveston doesn't need a hit to its tourism industry in the aftermath of Ike. They've already took it on the chin once. If you look at the oil industry, for example, in Louisiana, there's about 78,000 people directly in the oil industry, another 260,000 related to it. So every time you lose one job in the oil industry, you lose 4 or 5 others, plus a domino effect after that. So you don't want to lose that when these rigs get moving offshore or there's a stoppage in production in the Gulf.
Now, let me ask you this, though, because we've seen the tourism go down in Florida, Alabama, Louisiana, so that may be pushing more people our direction, which is going to be a good thing for our economy, right?
It is, and that's why I think the land office has been so aggressive in addressing the issue down in Galveston. They've got a new coastal cleanup and management effort, and they can leverage off of this to make sure that we don't take a hit to our tourism industry when it doesn't need to happen.
Right. What are the things that you're seeing when we're seeing the testing changing now, the forensic labs? So do you think maybe they came out too soon on that information? Do you think it hurt?
It probably could have hurt had that continued to go on, and I think taking proactive management of it probably headed that off before it became an issue. Okay,
so we're in day 83. We're looking at the cap being put on tomorrow. You feel like the damage is already done?
Some of the damage is done. Some of the problems that you're going to have is when you see these deep water rigs move off to Africa or Egypt, like one did the other day, or to Brazil. Those jobs go for a long time. It's not like a sound bite. You can see a rig move off. There's 100 jobs on the rig. All the other jobs that are on shore, again, you have 4 or 5 jobs to every one that's out there. And so when those jobs go, there's a big ripple effect. It goes right down to the guy flipping burgers at McDonald's.
Well, great perspective. Alan Sandersen, thanks for coming in this morning. We appreciate it.
My pleasure.